I feel like my outfit today is definitely giving ghost child that haunts a Victorian manor, and I'm not mad about it. Okay, raise your hand if you are a renter, not a homeowner. Everyone? Everyone? Okay, that's what I thought. Although some of you have commented and told me all about your Victorian inspired homes or farmhouses, and I'm not seething with jealousy. I don't know why you would assume that. May you all continue to be the inspiration I need in life. In the meantime, yes, I'm a renter. I live in New York City. Obviously, I rent. There's a constant struggle between someone who is a homebody and loves to whimsify their space and being a renter and not really being able to break out of the parameters of being a renter. Not only are there a lot of decor choices that are kind of off limits because it's just not renter friendly, and if you do them, you won't get your deposit back, but there's even things like just the bones of the place I cannot change. I can't change the size or shape of this place. I can't change the window frames. I can't change my appliances. I can't change the flooring. And there are a lot of apartment friendly DIYs out there. I think some of the most common that I've seen personally are painting your walls, peel and stick tile in the kitchen, peel and stick countertops even I've seen a lot, changing out the doorknobs on things. So there's a lot of good options out there that I'm sure you guys have probably already seen if you're interested in apartment renter friendly DIYs and upgrades. And I kind of just wanted to add to the list and add some more whimsical kind of things, little magical tidbits. So as I mentioned, we're all familiar with a peel and stick wallpaper. We're all familiar with painting your walls. Something that I feel like is a bit less of a commitment and a little more artistic is a little painted stencil moment. I feel like this can add such cute, fun detail to your walls without being the whole commitment of painting the whole wall. Maybe you just have a little corner wall piece. Maybe you have a bit of trim and you just want to add some stenciling to that. I also feel like this is a great alternative to a wallpaper if that's what you've been looking at. I know a lot of people talk about peel and stick wallpaper as being a great option. I've never done peel and stick wallpaper on my walls, but I have done it on furniture and it doesn't come off. I don't know if I got the wrong kind or what. I also feel like the really cool thing about this is that you don't have to be a skilled artist by any means. You can honestly just do the most basic shape and then it's just a stencil. You just need to do one and then just keep repeating it. You can also always just trace things from a book, from the internet, print something off and make your stencil out of that. But if you do have a bit of artistic skill, I don't even think you need to necessarily stencil the stencil art and make them all exactly the same. I think it's also really cool if you just do a repeated pattern, but given that you're doing them all by hand, they're gonna have a little bit of variation. And I think that just gives it that really artsy human element, something that we are rapidly losing in this world. So I say bring it back. Okay, moving on. The next thing on my list is making your own lampshade. This exact project has been on my personal DIY to-do list for a minute. I have a lamp that has a very boring white shade and it needs some updating. I need to give her a makeover. And there's so many different ways to do it, so many different options. Some of my favorites are these ones that are covered in lace or fabric, or you almost take the fabric of the lampshade off and then just add your own fabric to the wiring. I think that looks really cool. I also really like these ones where it looks like people hand painted on the rice paper lampshades. I think this is pretty accessible because you can find a lot of these basic lampshades at a thrift store or a Target or something. I think there's also a lot of possibilities you can do with fabric and a hanging lamp. I also found this picture of what looks like the top of a parasol, an umbrella, and it looks like they're using it as a lampshade. I think that's really cool. There's probably also other different types of random items and objects that you can just replace your lampshade with if you get a little creative. My next idea is getting some vintage decanter glasses and using them for your everyday liquids. You could use them in the kitchen for your olive oil, for your coffee syrups. I personally would love to find some of these and use them in the bathroom for mouthwash, things like that. If you put it on a little tray with like your perfumes and stuff. I think that would be so cute. I keep looking for these every time I go into the thrift store. They're just never quite right. I haven't found the one yet. Okay, the next idea is like a handmade garland. I really like the look of hand sewn stars or something like that turned into a whole little garland. I think that's like so, I don't know, like just brings back childlike whimsy into your space. I think you could also do little ribbons. You can do like a traditional triangle style garland. You could do it with a bunch of pieces of ripped fabric, old doilies. There's like a lot of different style options you can do here. I will say for me personally, this isn't really like an everyday home decor thing that I would want, but I think this would be a really cute reusable holiday decor thing, or even just like wintertime decor. I think that would be really magical. My next idea is hand-painted tiles, and this isn't quite as intense as that might sound. I just mean like little accent tiles, maybe just like the focal point in the kitchen, like right behind the stove or right behind the sink, not like all the tiles in your kitchen or all the tiles in your bathroom. And obviously this is something you would have to pair with a peel and stick tile DIY, because you can't just paint onto the actual tiles because you're a renter. It's kind of the premise of this video. Yeah, I feel like given the right space, this could be a really cool DIY. I don't see this in people's homes very often. Okay, this next thing could or could not depend on what your apartment comes with, and that is DIYing your unused fireplace. I think a lot of apartments here in New York have fireplaces, but you can't use them. So it's like, okay, what do I do with this thing then? I think one of the most obvious choices, but in my personal opinion, one of the best choices, is to get a bunch of candles, stack them all up at different heights, have them look a little bit messy. I think the more used they are, the better it's gonna look. Like if you have some melted wax, maybe get different colors, maybe put some in candle holders, some not in candle holders. You could also just like store a bunch of your books in there. It's like another separate little bookcase. Now, if you don't have a fireplace like this, but you're like, actually like really want one, I would love for my living room to have sort of a focal point, and I don't want a TV or whatever. They do sell like fireplace shaped front pieces. I don't know what you call them. The fireplace facade. That way you can also pick it out yourself, the design you want. You can paint it if you want it to be a different color. Like obviously doing it that way might seem a little cheesy. I don't think it is, but you also get to customize it a lot more. I mean, if you just bought your own fireplace, you could like go all out. It could be whatever you want it to be. You could like cover the whole thing in glitter. And then behind it, because you know, normally a fireplace is gonna have like strip of like brick or something going up the wall, you could do like a peel and stick tile and like paint it. Hopefully I can find some cool reference inspiration photos to put up of what I'm thinking of, because in my brain, it looks really cool. Maybe I have to do this in my apartment. See, that's why I love making these videos, because I'm coming up with ideas as I make them. Okay, the next thing on my list is just fresh flowers, and that seems so basic and simple, and I know a lot of people get fresh flowers regularly. I don't know, I'm not that guy. I'm not rolling up to the farmer's market every week. I wish I was, but I got a big old bouquet for my birthday. It was absolutely stunning, and just having that in my apartment for the last couple of weeks really brightened up the whole space, I will say. I feel like in a lot of home decor, plants in general are just pretty underrated. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe everyone else is already doing it, but I feel like a nice little wildflower bouquet is so underrated. The next thing is a projector. I feel like there's a lot of spaces where you don't want to have a big TV taking up the wall space. I've thought about this myself. As you can see, I have a big old TV. I know a lot of people do the like framed art TV thing. I'm still on the fence as to whether I like that or not. I think some of them look really good. It looks like a piece of art. You just hang it up on your wall. It's like, oh, cool, piece of art. But sometimes it just looks like the TV art thing. I think it just really depends on your space in terms of which option is going to work best for you. I also feel like a projector makes it more intentional when you sit down to watch something. Like most likely you're going to be sitting down to watch a film. I I have one final thing on my list of ideas to help whimsify your apartment. Renter-friendly ideas. And that is painted furniture, but it's not what you're thinking, guys. I have definitely slammed painted furniture in a past video, and I'll do it again. I have a couple of very specific examples I'm gonna share. I found this picture of a chair on Pinterest, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of cute. It's kind of not my style exactly, but I was drawn to it. And I think I liked that it's like a really natural wood with these like bright red painted legs. And here's where I thought, oh, that could be a cool DIY. Maybe you find a chair or something like this and it's just like a boring old silver color or black or something like that. Silver would actually probably look really nice with this, but I digress. So you're like, okay, maybe I paint them. And now it looks so much better. I think this red looks really good with the wood tone. Another great example is this TikTok I saw. This woman found all of these bar stools and they just had boring black legs. So she decided to spray paint them with like a metallic silver color. They look so good and so expensive. I think I followed her because of that video. And voila, painted furniture. Done the right way. But honestly, this can be done with so many different things. Like you could do this with a lamp, like a standing lamp. But I think it's cool to open up your option of painting your furniture. I feel like we always think of painting your furniture in terms of like wooden furniture. Well, friends, that concludes my ideas for whimsifying your apartment for now. Comment below the different ways that you've whimsified your apartment. I can't tell if I love or hate that term. Still on the fence about it. I think I love it, but I think I've used it so much in this video that now I'm starting to cringe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe. We would love to have you here. If you would like to find me on other parts of the internet, I'm usually lurking on TikTok, Instagram. I have music on all major music platforms, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!